Alright, here it is. Let's see what's inside. What do we have here? Alright, what we have here is a 450 Nitro Express double barrel rifle. That I built back in 2004. I got in a bind. Got offered quite a bit of money to sell this, and I just got it back, and I am tickled to death. I cannot wait to shoot this. Unfortunately, I don't know if he shot all the ammo or what, but I didn't get any of the ammo back with it. So I didn't get any of the ammo back with it, which is okay. I just won't be able to shoot it for a little bit. I've got 10 brass, empty brass, but I have no primers, no powder right now. I do have bullets. But I built this. These are 24-inch barrels. It's got an express sight. This is for 50 yards. That one's 100. That one's 150. That one's 200 yards. That's how I set them up. Rifle front sight. Nice big bores. This was an AYA shotgun. It was one of their premier grade ones. It's a box lock action. It has right here, you can see it, the greener cross bolt, and that goes through there. That is to make it a little bit stronger of an action. Also, the sides of the barrels are cut just a little bit, and if you look right here, you can see there's little side clips. And the reason why I bought this shotgun strictly to do this with back in 2004 was with that, it's got double lugs on the bottom, it's got that greener cross bolt, and them side clips. I had built double rifles that only had the double underlugs. They were fine, but you can't never be too safe with this. When you shoot these double barrel rifles, because it's on a hinge pin and these barrels are not centered over the stock, when you shoot this barrel, it wants to twist the whole gun like this, the barrel. Same thing on this side. The side clips are supposed to help it from wanting to torque to the right or left, depending on which barrel you shoot. Because the bores are above the center pin, the hinge pin, when you shoot it, it wants to force the barrels like how you open it. So technically that greener cross bolt's supposed to eliminate all that. This thing weighs 10 pounds, which is heavy for a rifle, but it's typical of a double rifle. This thing is a really good, well, it was a good shooter. I can't find my load data, so when I go to load some shells to do a shooting video with this, because I'm going to load some 500 grain soft point lead jacketed bullets, and I'm going to load some 500 grain solids. We'll see how it regulates, because the barrels are regulated for a certain velocity and a certain grain of bullet. And I remember I regulated these barrels for 500 grain bullets, but I don't remember what velocity. I want to say it was right around 2,150 feet per second. I can't quite remember. So when I load it up, I'm gonna load it on the low side and work my way up until I find where the barrels regulate. I was going to try and buy some shells, but they range anywhere for the Canuck, which are made in England. 450 Nitro Express range around $70 for 5 bullets. And if you can find a Hornady, dangerous game, them are around 150 to 160 for 20 bullets. So if I can get a hold of some primers and get a hold of some powder and get a hold of some more brass, I will load some up and we'll shoot this. And if I can't, then I'll save up some money to buy some bullets and we will shoot this. I have an AR-500 plate that I really want to shoot with this, you know, at 20-25 yards. Just what one of them 500 grain solids would do to, I have a 3/8 inch thick AR-500 plate that I would really like to shoot with this and just see what they do. And but this is, I never thought I would get this back. I'm tickled to death. This was at the time, well, even now, it's still one of my favorite guns that I ever built. It's got tons of engraving on the gun, on the trigger guard, on the bottom, on the sides. The wood has got a nice grain to it, although it needs to be all refinished, reblued and that again. But I just wanted to show this to you guys. I knew Sunday that I was getting this back. I actually got it back yesterday, and but it was late and I just didn't do a video on it. But I really wanted to share this with you. This was everything I wanted when I first started building double rifles. This is the gun I wanted. I built the first one in 416 Taylor because I could not find 458 barrel blanks. I built the 416 Taylor. I was going to actually build it into a 416 Rigby, but I built it as a Taylor because I could not find 416 Rigby brass or dies anywhere at the time. And I could find 458 Winchester Magnum brass was cheap and the dies were cheap. So I built it in 416 Taylor, which is actually a higher pressure, the SAMI pressure, than the 416 Rigby, even though the 416 Rigby is a lot bigger case. But I have come across 416 Rigby brass and dies, and I also have 45 or 50 rounds of 416 Rigby already. So we're going to rechamber eventually that 416 Taylor to 416 Rigby, and I would like to see, because the 416 Rigby is been around for a long time, like the 450 Nitro Express, and you have the 416 Rigby guys say it's the best caliber for dangerous game. You have the 450 Nitro Express guys say 450 is the best. And that's another thing I would like to do. I'd like to compare the 416 Rigby to the 450 Nitro Express. But anyway, that's the video. That was the surprise gun. I am still just tickled to death. I cannot believe I got this thing back. I promise you I will never, ever, ever part with this gun again. This will be passed on down to one of my kids or one of my grandkids. That's actual real sheep horn. I made that cap, grip cap. I'm just really, really excited to have it back. I built this case that it was in, covered it with leather, trying to make it a traditional looking case when I built this. So that's the gun. I hope everybody has a good day. See you on the flip side.